Bev again, and I'm back from my motorcycle trip, during which I couldn't load any videos. Wi-Fi in Northern Ontario was really sketchy. Okay, so here's a video on enzymes. I got asked about them, okay? So I'll try and make it short, but first of all, what are they and can you do anything about them? They are complex protein catalysts, and a catalyst will speed up a reaction in your body, so a biochemical reaction. And we're going to talk about digestion and metabolism as the reactions that we're after, right? So there are three kinds of digestive enzymes that are important, and each one will deal with one of the three macronutrients. So digestive enzymes absorb nutrients from the foods that you eat, and you want optimal digestion, and you want an efficient absorption of those nutrients, right? So a catalyst works by reducing the activation energy required to start a reaction. And that means it's going to happen faster, right? So this is good. This is more efficient. So the catalysts can be fat storing, or they can be fat releasing, which some of you call fat burning. So fat storing and fat releasing enzymes are influenced by your hormones, okay? So fat storing is influenced by insulin, by cortisol. Fat releasing is influenced by glucagon, leptin, and ghrelin, the balance between those. You don't want any leptin resistance. Leptin is your signaling hormone for your feeling of being full, right? You don't want to screw that up. So catalysts will referee all of the fat making and the calorie burning that goes on in your body. So pretty important. Now, unfortunately, I have to say evolution hasn't been kind to we women, okay? But we don't have to despair. There are things we can do. But when I think of women, as opposed to men, women have a lot more fat storage enzymes. Men have more fat releasing enzymes. Oh. We have larger fat cells, they have smaller fat cells. No. It's easier for us to gain weight, and not so easy for men to gain weight. Not that they can't, but they have to really work at it harder than us. And boy, when we hit menopause and our estrogen level goes down, we can put on a lot more weight too. And the other thing about men is they have 40% more muscle mass, okay? And muscle is calorie-eating tissue, right? Calorie-burning tissue. You need it for movement, right? So it uses caloric energy. So as I say, evolution hasn't really been fair to us compared to men. But anyway, we're not going to despair, okay? What can we do? Well, the first obvious thing is exercise, okay? That's going to, what did I do here? I moved this a little bit. It's going to stimulate fat-releasing enzymes, so this is good. The second thing is if you are highly acidic, okay, your pH level, the enzymes are going to be delayed for speeding up these biochemical reactions. So that means your metabolic rate is not going to be as good, and your fat storage, wow, that's going to be great. Now, if you eat more protein, okay, you're going to increase your enzyme production, which is good. Protein has nitrogen in it, which is it's only found in protein. It's not in the other two macronutrients, and it is part of the construction blocks that you need to build cell tissues, including muscle. You're going to increase your glucagon, which is kind of counter to insulin, okay? This is more fat releasing than insulin. Insulin is, produces more fat storage. Now, you also should be drinking more water, because water is going to make your blood less viscous, right? It's going to make it flow a bit better. So your fat-burning enzymes are going to swim more efficiently in blood that has not got a high viscosity, okay? It's not so thick. And I might even mention, if you drink a lot of fruit juice, it's going to increase your fat-making insulin hormone, and it's going to make more fat-storing enzymes. And by the way, I forgot to mention for acidic food, you should avoid junk food, fried food, alcohol, processed food, sugar, soda pop. All those kinds of nice tasting things are going to make you more acidic. And the more acidic you are, the harder it's going to be to lose body weight. I forgot to mention that. Okay, and if you have any sleep deprivation, you're going to be producing more cortisol, which is fat storage hormone. You're going to produce more fat storage enzymes. You're going to screw up your leptin-ghrelin balance, your signaling hormones. So you're going to be feeling full a lot instead of, you're going to be feeling hungry a lot more than feeling full. So you really need to get more sleep. And as I said, people say you are what you eat. Well, when you listen to all of this, what I would rather say is your hormones are what you eat. Remember that. So what you want is a stronger digestion. You want lots of get the job done enzymes, and you want to eat more protein and fewer grains. And people say, well, why are grains a problem? Well, grains are sugar-binding, plant-based protein, okay? They stimulate, they're kind of resistant to digestion. So for example, a really high lectin food like corn, right, is really hard to digest. And for instance, me, if I eat corn, I can see the kernels sometimes in the toilet bowl. Some people can't eat, corn chips, as an example. So anyways, just an example. But I want to say this kind of thing is covered in my book. So if you've already bought my book, you're going to see this mention of lectins and catalysts and enzymes in the book, right? Because this book is about choices that you make in your diet, with your exercise, how you sleep, how you react to stress, and what your biochemical body does after you make those decisions, okay? And it only has 3 tools: hormones, metabolism, and your biochemical balance. It always wants to be in balance. So I would suggest, if you like my videos, buy the book. All right? So I'll see you in the next video, and have a great evening. Bye for now.